Hello, humans and other carbon-based life forms. This is your comrade, Saturn 9, showing you how to balance charge 5S lithium-ion batteries with some shit that you can get at a hardware store in any fucking town in North America. Elsewhere in the world too, I guess. They call them XR, eh? In the rest of the world, where they're smart enough to stop these sons of bitches from calling these batteries 20 volts. But anyway, in fact, I'm not charging the 20 volt batteries you see in the foreground here and here. No. These are just a lazy, cheap way to get the 10K and 1K resistance values from the thermistor and ID ports or terminals on these DeWalt batteries, which again you could replicate with a 10K resistor and a 1K resistor for each one of these sons of bitches, but I didn't because I'm lazy. And this is to hook up to the charger, to fool the charger into thinking that yes, indeed, you are talking to a DeWalt battery. Oh yeah, and look at the resistance on the ID terminal. Yes, it's definitely one of those good happy 21700 batteries. So we'll give you a nice fast charge. But in fact, that fast charge in my case is going to these big bad boys in the background, which is actually 4 Ryobi 9 amp hour battery packs that I decrapped. I took the crap off of them because they take the opposite approach of DeWalt, which I guess actually is more common, where Ryobi, instead of having all the balance shit in the charger and accessing it by having, balanced terminals on your batteries, instead they have no balanced terminals on the batteries. They have all that shit on a BMS board that usually sits on each one of these fucking things. Oh, I just fucked it up by touching it. The balance lead came off. Okay, so now I'm going to have to unplug it and replug it back in, and it should be happy again. Just make sure they're all connected. They seem to be. No, it doesn't like it. Well, that was an opportune time for that to happen, wasn't it? That's fun. Anyway, yeah, this one's connected, it's connected, this one. Okay, so let's do English on this one here. Should be good to go again. Say a prayer. Actually, I brought these chargers with me on a ride on my e-bike, because that in fact is what this big ass battery is for back here. But I didn't think to bring either these batteries, these DeWalt batteries here in the front, or the requisite resistors and wires and shit to hook them up or whatever. So I was actually unable to charge my battery 25, 30 something kilometers from home. So I was lucky to have my homeboy bring me back in his car, which I hate to ask, and sort of defeats the purpose of having an e-bike, which is why I want to sort of figure out a better system than this. But if you're in a pinch and you got to charge a 5S battery and you don't have a 5S balanced charger, this is a good way to go, because the DeWalt charger gives you your balance leads here. And as anybody who's talked about DeWalt batteries, the XR or 20 volt max, whatever you call it, has probably already mentioned in many videos that the balance numbers, the numbers for the balance leads are sort of running backwards. Like if you're measuring the voltages, if you measure from B plus terminal, which is your positive battery terminal, to C1, which is your allegedly first balance lead, then you're going to end up reading 16 volts. I mean, roughly on a full charge, 16 volts, because C1 is actually the last terminal before B- when you look on the battery. Like here on these particular batteries, negative terminal is back left on this brick, and the positive terminal is front right. So then the balance leads in order. This is C1, the first one away from negative. Negative, C1, C2, C3, C4. Now I know these are IOP, so you know, nobody called them that before I hooked them up this way, but I mean these are your, again, they're just your cellular groups, right? This is the first cell, second cell, third cell, fourth cell, fifth cell. Boring like that. But yeah, if you need a 5S charger, which is sort of an oddball thing it seems, I don't understand why exactly, but yeah, it's an oddball thing apparently, a 5S charger. So if you need a 5S charger for a thing, you could do worse than this. You might already own one. If you do, well, right on, fuck. I did. In fact, I owned one, and then I owned another one. Because DeWalt sent me a warranty one, because my old DCB 101 took a shit. So they sent me another one of these fucking things, and now I got the two, and actually I daisy chained the 120 power from the one to the other, so now it just plugs in with the one cord, powers them both. Although I'm thinking about putting a switch between them, because you maybe don't necessarily always need to power the both of them. Anyway, whatever it is. So, I guess that's it. This video is probably 5 minutes too long, just like my last one, but if I have imparted some useful information, then right the fuck on. If not, well, sorry for wasting your 6 minutes and whatever, 55 seconds.